pretty nice win against Lava Clone. Let's keep it going, 10 wins. Let's give him the good luck, and hopefully we can walk away with this one. So let's go Ice Bird at the bridge. See what's up. Goes for a miner. Let's just catch it with the knight. And actually, bad miner placement. If I had Tornado, I would have been able to activate King. So unless he knows I was playing Xbow, that's the only reason that miner wouldn't be bad. But otherwise, that was a pretty bad play. And oh god, I think it's going to be Giant Double Prince with miner. The other version that it could be is Mega Knight Wallbreakers with Prince. He does have arrows as well, yikes. And I think they have started playing arrows in this now. Let's go Ice Spirit very far away to kite the Prince, and I think we don't need to commit any more to that. And he goes for a Giant actually at the bridge. Wow, let's go low Tesla, and then we're going to Expo off this after the... Wow, he goes Earthquake as well. Oh my god. So let's go for Archers. I think we have to. We just cannot take that damage. And then I think we're going to Expo with these Archers, for sure. Because Giant's out of cycle, Earthquake's out of cycle. And he played very badly, actually. Like, he wasted his Giant. Goes Dark Prince. Let's go Ice Spirit to freeze it up. And let's log Skeletons against this Ewiz. We have to go Skellies as well to help the Expo survive a bit longer. Nice. And so against these hard counter matchups, a very important thing, I would have committed a Knight there, but I didn't have enough Elixir, so it wasn't really worth it. But a very important thing against these hard counter matchups is to hold on to any Expo lock that you get, no matter what. So actually, maybe playing a Knight there would have been better, but I just barely didn't have enough Elixir, sadly. I was thinking he might go Arrows, but he does have to go Mega Minion here, and I'm probably just going to go Archers same lane. I don't actually mind if he goes Arrows on them, because I can obviously get back to a second pair sooner than he can get back to another Arrow, so I'm actually... I think okay if he arrows this. I think it's probably a better play for him not to, actually. Yeah, he doesn't. So we are just going to reset. He's probably going to, like, Prince and then Giant or something. Actually, just goes Giant. We're going to Tesla. The sad part is I can't exactly go for a high Tesla, even though that's the anti-Earthquake placement, because it just doesn't really get value against the Giant. So we kind of have to DPS this down as fast as we can. And then let's go Archers to snipe the Prince. And he goes for a Dark Prince in the back. I think let's just go for a high Tesla now. And we're just setting up with Teslas, basically. And if he wants to defend against this, he's going to have to... Oh, wow, Dark Prince jumps. That's actually pretty annoying. And so he could definitely go Giant now that I don't have Tesla and Cycle. I'm going to be careful of that. And he goes for Ewiz. Pretty bad play. I'm actually just going to Fireball it. And now he's definitely setting up for another Giant. So my game plan is basically just going to be to defend. Now I'm going to go for the anti-Earthquake Tesla, because I think I have to. And we are stacking Knights against this, because I don't really want to defend with my Archers, actually. I know that he has arrows and an Earthquake, so we have to catch this miner. Let's go Ice Spirit plus Skeletons. He's probably gonna arrows it. Gonna Expo now. Might not be a good Expo, because if he's back to Giant, it's gonna be a bad one. Let's go Archers to predict his Ewiz. Goes for Prince at the bridge. Actually gonna jump, so we get a tiny connection. Nice. Even the smallest connection helps. I actually thought it would jump sooner than it did, so sadly didn't get too much out of it. But still gonna go with another high Tesla, I think. I could go for Defense Expo as well. I just don't think it's going to get me much value compared to just defending without it. So let's log this back. Notice how that lets me get my tower to target against the Mega Minion. So that is huge. Let's go Archers as well for this. And he might go Arrows. He does. So we're going to... I think we're going to defend this, try and defend this without a Tesla, actually. Let's go Expo in the middle. Unfortunately, the Giant gets a few hits on tower, but we're going to try and defend and get a connection here. So we're going to go Archers. Looks like he's trying not to play his Giant, which is definitely good, because he might not go Giant in time. He doesn't. We get another connection, and two Knights are counter-pushing. So he has to go for a defensive Giant. The Knights are actually probably just going to eat that alive. Yeah, he goes Arrows as well, and that is very nice for us, because the Giant is basically dead, actually. And I'm actually just going to go Knight for the Prince, I think. And against the Miner, I might even just Fireball it, actually. Looks like he might be switching plans, like switching his lanes, switching the lane he's attacking or whatever. Gonna go Knight again, and now I'm worried because I don't have a good counter against the Miner in hand. Bad Ewiz because I can just Fireball it if I don't miss. I did miss. Nice. We're gonna go Tesla off to the side, which we definitely can do. Notice how I placed it a bit more to the side, just because of the fact... Let's also, by the way, Tesla against the Miner, just because if I go Archers, it's just gonna die. And I can actually just Fireball Tower here, but I feel more comfortable defending first and then Fireballing. So, yeah, that's gonna be GG against a really hard matchup, like a literal hard counter by definition. He has Giant with Miner and Earthquake and Arrows, and we were able to win. And so that is exactly how you want to play against these hard counter matchups. So Giant Devil Prince is already going to be a very bad matchup for Xbow. I'd say like 65-35 for them at least, if they have Fireball and Zap. Nowadays they started running Arrows and Zap instead, which I would say is actually maybe even worse or about the same, because they can just snipe your archers with arrows. But pretty nice win, honestly, and I just abused the fact that he played a Giant at the bridge and Earthquake as well in single. So something you really want to do against especially bad players who don't know how to play, because no offense to him, by the way, but I'm saying like some people snipe, especially in global tournaments, but the thing is they might not know how to play against a snipe, even if they have this kind of matchup. Like, for example, he should just never play his Giant, honestly, or just play Giants in the back and minor chip on tower, but he wasted his Giant and wasted his Earthquake. Those were his two main counters to Xbow out of cycle. So I waited for that in single, I punished it and got a nice connection for it, and then I played very defensively as well. Notice my counterplay as well. He has arrows and he has Earthquake, so the counterplay against Earthquake is going to be High Tesla, one tile down from the river, which is what I did. I used lots of High Teslas there. And then against arrows, you can cycle one set of archers and cycle to a second set, or you can even just try and defend without using archers at all, which I did quite a few times. Against the miner at the end, notice I went Ice Spirit Tesla instead of Ice Spirit Archers, because I knew archers would just die to arrows. And so, yeah, actually really proud of that win, though. I don't think he played well, don't get me wrong, he did not play very well, but that is going to be the only way you can win against these impossible matchups, if the opponent doesn't play well. And I think I might actually upload that as my 3.0 Xbow versus Impossible Matchup series. But yeah, that was a really nice win against Giant Miner Earthquake, and I hope that's the only hard counter that we can get. Ryan did watch. Okay, he is actually. This is kind of fourth wall, because he is actually talking about the video while we are recording it. And yeah, he is commenting about the opponent not being that good. I guess I'll just share it. That was a really good win against an impossible matchup. But again, I understand he didn't play well, guys, but you really can only win if they don't play well. That's the only. Otherwise, obviously, if I was against like a top ladder player, I'd just lose that. So yeah, really happy with that though, and hopefully that is all the bad matchup luck out of the way.